Oh, I am on. Look at that. See, we have an amazing team here that supports all of the performances. Good evening. My name is Cindy Cronin. I am the principal of Van Buren Elementary. If you look around, you can see why we cannot do these events in our gymnasium anymore. And now everyone has a seat and no one has to stand. So welcome to our spring concert. You'll notice, I think you'll notice, yeah, give them a round of applause. So if you look around, you'll notice that the auditorium is full, and that's because our music program is growing by leaps and bounds. And I think as you watch the number of students who are performing this evening, you will notice that increase too. And that is thanks to the amazing community that we have and the program that we have where every student gets an instrument who wants to play an instrument. So of course, this was our first year. It was a little bit tricky. Not all of the students got their instruments right away. In fact, we're still getting violins and violas delivered now. But you can see what an impact that has had in the number of students who are able to pick up an instrument and play. And I just can't wait to see how that impacts our students in the future. Because we know that students who play musical instruments tend to perform better academically as well. Because I don't know why. I believe it activates part of their brain that helps them be more creative in their thinking. So, you heard the announcement. The exits are indicated throughout the auditorium. The restrooms are through those back doors, and they're straight ahead across the foyer. If you have a cell phone and you are recording, yes, do it, do it. Just be mindful of the folks who are around you so that they can continue to see the performance, and turn your volume off so that you don't get any calls in the middle of the performance. Tonight is Mrs. Dusart's final concert with the Van Buren Orchestra. No, Mrs. Dusart. So I know this is a bittersweet performance for her. But I can tell you, I saw the performance this afternoon, and they sound amazing, and that's thanks to her skill in working with the students throughout the years. Are you ready? Students, are you ready? Yeah. Orchestra, are you ready? Yes? All right, folks, so without further ado, this is the Van Buren Spring Concert, beginning with the Van Buren Orchestra.
And fourth grade orchestra. The first tune that we are going to play for you is called Royal Promenade. This stately piece welcomes you to our concert in a royal fashion. We hope you enjoy it. Happy-Go-Lucky is our next piece. This fun little piece has a fancy rhythm and keeps your feet tapping. We hope it makes you happy too. Swallowtail Jig is a 5th grade tradition. This challenging piece is a rite of passage for 5th grade students.
Every year, 5th graders perform this song at their last concert before they move up to Ray.
It is very difficult but very fun to learn and play. We hope you enjoy it.
Fifth graders, that was great. Could you stand again and we can give you a special applause for these 5th graders moving on up?
We think you'll recognize our last piece. Somewhere Over the Rainbow was written for the 1939 movie The Wizard of Oz and was sung by actress Judy Garland in her starring role. We think it is a beautiful song. Thank you to Mrs. Doback for playing the piano with us. Thank you to our custodians for always helping us with our chairs and stands.
Thank you also to Ms. Cronin and our families for supporting music education.
Thank you so much. It's been an honor and a privilege to teach at Van Buren, and it warms my heart that they did such a good job. Thank you again. We're going to have the orchestra go to the back, pack up, and we're going to meet down in front.
Like it's a little confusing up here, but there's actually a method to this madness. So this is what happens when you give kids instruments. They want to play them. So this is Mr. Thompson. He is our new music teacher. He's new this year. He's done an amazing job with our students. So if you look at the students that are seated up here, so our band program starts at 4th grade. And so what we have here, this is our second year band. So they've been playing for 2 years, and that is our first year band. So these are students who picked up instruments for the first time this year. So can you tell the difference? I mean, we've recruited so many students and they're doing such a phenomenal job. So it just takes a little bit of organization to get everybody where they need to go. Mr. Thompson, you ready? Second year band, you ready? Yes, all right, thank you.
Concert. This is the second year band and we have been playing our instruments for 2 years.
Our first song, Night View, by Carol Bryan Chambers, has been a joy to learn. We've had a lot of fun exploring its melodies and harmonies. We can't wait to share it with you.
range. It is our energetic and explores a wide dynamic range from very soft to loud. Thank you for listening to our portion of the concert. Please give us a minute to introduce to Beginner Band.
I hope you enjoyed the first piece we played, Half Cross Blend. It uses the first three notes we learned on our instruments.
Our beginner band consists of 57 4th and 5th grade students who have just started learning an instrument this year. The ensemble includes flutes, clarinets, alto saxophones, French horns, trumpets, trombones, baritones, tubas, and percussion instruments.
Our next song is Au Clair de la Lune. It is a traditional French folk song that was first written in 1820. This song is a common one for beginners. Just learn an instrument.
woodwind instrument please stand? Woodwind instruments include flutes, clarinets, and alto saxophones. These instruments should usually contain a reed and use keys to change notes.
Our next song is Down by the Station. Hope you enjoy it. This song includes rests. See if you can notice them.
Our next song is called Sweetly Sings the Donkey. A lot of our brass students enjoyed playing this song. Brass instruments include the French horn, trumpet, trombone, euphonium, and tuba. Students who are playing brass instruments, please stand.
Before we begin our final song, our percussionists are the students standing at the back of the ensemble when we are playing. These students play multiple instruments such as xylophone, snare drums, bass drums, and handheld instruments. They are waving their drumsticks in the back.
Our last song is Go Tell Billy. You might recognize it.
Hey, Susie. Hey, Susie. Hi, everybody. Wonder where the other guys are. Oh, that must be them. My mama let them in.
Should you cross the road? Why? To get to the other side? So, you got the report written yet?
You must be kidding. We haven't even started.
Oh boy, you're really losing it. We'd have thought you'd be finished by now.
Say, where's Rap and Randy?
I don't know why Miss Jackson assigned that girl our group. Our report's about baseball, right?
Yeah.
Why did we have to end up with a kid who couldn't even make the team?
Oh, Randy's not so bad. She's the smartest one in the class.
Smart. Yes, she's real smart. That kid couldn't even find her way to home base without a road map.
Come on, guys, cut it out. That must be her. Hi, Randy.
Hi.
Randy, I'm here to write a report, and I have a sleepover. What's up with the suitcases?
Oh, these? It's my baseball memorabilia collection. I kind of thought some of these things would be helpful.
Gee, Randy, memorabilia? Looks like a bunch of old junk to me.
Come on, Christy. It's not junk. Look at this program from the 1940s World Series between Cincinnati and Detroit. Big deal. With this report due in 2 weeks, a lot of good that stuff's gonna do.
Well, Miss Jackson said our report was supposed to capture the drama, excitement, and suspense of the game of baseball. Look at this. My grandfather's old newspaper collection should be a great help.
Hey, do you suppose we could use these to tell about the old-time baseball players? Guys like Honus Wagner, Jackie Robinson.
Sure, we can even write about some of the loud and crazy things that happened during the games. Well, what are we waiting for? I suggest we start by...
Hang on a minute. Who made you head of this committee? You didn't even make the school baseball team.
Well, I just thought since I know about
You
that
thought maybe what? Forget it, Randy. We need a person.
Hold on a second. I think Randy would make a fine chairman. Just because she's not a star on the ball field doesn't mean she doesn't love the game or know anything about it. I say we give her a chance. What do you guys say?
Yeah, great. Yeah.
Well, let's get going.
Susie, before we start, do you think we could have a little snack?
Christy, you just got here. We haven't even done anything yet.
But I'm hungry. I only had 3 meals today.
Come on, Christy. Try toughing it out. We've got a lot of work ahead of us.
Tell you what, let's get something accomplished and we'll have a 7th inning stretch a little later. Well, Randy, since you're the chairman, where do we begin?
The best place to begin would be back in the day when they pitched underhand and the ball was nothing but a thread of yarn with a covered stitch on it.
Yeah, my dad said in the early days of baseball, you could throw a runner out by hitting with the ball.
Not only that, but before 1863, if you caught the ball in one bounce, it was considered an out.
Gee, things were sure different then.
Randy, when did it all begin?
I sure wish we could have been there in those early days of baseball. If only we were there. If only we were there.
If only we some red hot homers.
Hey, Bruce can serve the fans some real tasty treats.
Speaking of tasty treats, I wouldn't mind having a Babe Ruth.
Christy, as usual, you're off base. They keep talking about the baseball player, baby, not the candy bar.
Oh, I know.
See, why do they tell some of the great hitters in our report?
I don't know too many of them. Who are some of the big names? Well, Joe DiMaggio, Ted Williams, Hank Aaron, and Babe Ruth are all pretty well-known big-time hitters.
I bet Aaron hit the ball so hard you could have received credit. Hey, here's a book with Aaron on the cover.
Fill us in. What's it say about him?
Let me see. Oh, look at this.
Well, what?
Wow, it says that Aaron beat Babe Ruth's lifetime major league home run record when he hit his 715th career home run on April 8th, 1974.
That's not the end of it. Hank Aaron finished his career with a total of 755 home runs. Gee, that's really something. I wonder why they didn't name a candy bar after him. Christy, sometimes I think your game's been called up because of rain. Only kidding. We better get back to work. What about Ted Williams? Do we have any info on him? I must have something somewhere.
Wait a minute, here's something on Williams. A newspaper article written in the 40s. It says, swing for swing, Williams is on the ball. Ted Williams, known as the Splendid Splinter, is the first major leaguer in 11 years to achieve a .406 batting average.
That's great, but Joe DiMaggio did some pretty wild things. Back in May of 1941, what started out as a single game against the White Sox ended up to be a 56-game hitting streak.
Wow, the only hitting streak I ever had was getting on base twice in the first state T-ball game.
Sorry, Josh. I'm afraid that one might not make it to the record books.
Well, excuse me?
Come on, guys. Back to work. I'm trying to get some of this excitement across the class. I suggest we do a tape-recorded version of One Sledler's greatest moment.
What did you have in mind?
Well, I was thinking about the time when Ruth pointed to where he was going to hit the ball. You see, he had just...
Hang on, Randy. I just saw an article about it. How about we use a radio announcer style voice to make a recording of the article?
Miss Jackson will love it.
Hey guys, I think I can do it. What do you say?
Yeah.
Okay, give it a try.
Ryan, I'll record you. Let's try rehearsal. Here, why don't you use this?
Here we are, ladies and gentlemen, in the middle of the third World Series, game between the Yankees and the Cubs. It's the top of the fifth, nobody on, we have a tie score of 4-4. Ruth is approaching the plate. Oh, what do we have here? It seems that there's some heckling coming out of the Chicago dugout. Ruth appears to have heard it. This is one tough man to intimidate. Ruth is in the batter's box now as Charlie Root winds up the first pitch. It's a blistering fastball for strike one. Here's the second pitch, and Ruth watches another lethal fastball whiz by for strike two. Ladies and gentlemen, you can't believe it. The tension in this ballpark is so high it split the air with a flap of a fly's wing. Hold on a second, something is going on here. Ruth has stepped forward and is giving some kind of signal. I can't tell whether he's trying to indicate that there's one strike left or whether he's pointing to the center field bleachers. Here comes the pitch, and there it goes. Ruth has blasted Charlie's pitch out towards center field. It's going over the center field screens for a home run. The fans are on their feet and going absolutely crazy.
You gotta
I was confused. That has got to be one of the best moments in baseball. Sure, it'd be great if we could find another way of showing why baseball is so special to all of us.
Tell you what, how about we do a little skit for the class? We can make believe we're interviewing one of the players and we can
And we could sing one of my favorite baseball songs.
Which one is that?
You know the one, buy me some peanuts and cracker jacks. You know the one I mean.
Christy, give us a break. The topic's baseball, not food. Do you mean take me out to the ball game?
Yeah, that's it. Can we do that one?
That's a good idea. We can start our skit by showing reporters interviewing a famous baseball player, then we can follow it up with a song.
How about we show the Prince interviewing the Yankees Iron Horse Lou Gehrig? I can see it if it's happening right in front of me.
about the players. How come? It wasn't just the players who made the game what it was today. What about the umpires?
Susie, come to think of it, you're right. My grandfather had a whole file on umpires.
Hey, here's an envelope marked umpires. I bet we can find some good things in here. Come on, guys, let's look through these.
I've got a good one. Listen to this. Umps breathe a sigh of relief as Ty Cobb retires. Umpires needed eyes in the back of their heads in order to keep track of this whirlwind of energy along with a host of other records. Ty Cobb's ended his major league career with 892 stolen bases.
I just found one. How's this? The headline reads, new movie entitled The Umpire Strikes Back receives rave reviews. It says that the group portrays a group of hungry umpires who go on strike after the cancellation of their 7th innings night parade.
Come on, Christy. We'll have a snack, but not now. We're in the middle of something.
Just thought I'd give another try, but seriously, this is a really funny article about umpires. Listen to this. French reportage
final was much higher than anticipated. Venture responded by saying, "It was much higher than I expected."
Christy, only you could have found that one. Anyway, here's something I think we can use. Give a listen to this. During the 1908 pennant race between the Cubs and the Giants, a young rookie named Fred Merkle committed an error that followed him throughout his 12-year Major League career. It was the bottom of the ninth with 2 outs and a man on first. The score was tied 1-1 as 19-year-old Merkle stepped up to the plate. Little did umpire Hank O'Day realize that he was about to roll one of the most famous sports plays in the history of baseball. Merkle closely examined the first pitch and let it rip with a sliding single that advanced his teammate to third base. The next man up was Al Bridwell. The crowd was hushed as the pitcher began his windup. Then all of a sudden, crack! Al slammed a sizzling single that went smoking out to center field. When Merkle saw his teammate leave third base and score what he thought was a winning run, Merkle turned and ran for the clubhouse. Seeing this, Johnny Evers, the Cubs' second baseman, yelled for the ball, tagged second base, and claimed that Merkle was out. Evers, going up to the umpire, Hank O'Day, said that since he forced Merkle out at second, the final run of the game did not count. O'Day paused and called the circle out as the fans burst onto the field in wild confusion.
Oh yeah? Well, let me tell you this. Baseball isn't just star players, umpires, and broken records. It's fans, and more fans. Loyal followers to the game who faithfully show up at the ballpark to cheer, boo, stomp, and shout for their favorite teams. You know, guys, she's right. You bet I'm right. And guess what? They all got hungry. Did you ever hear the 7-inning stretch? Can you imagine going to the
on baseball. I get dizzy just thinking about all the facts and figures you rounded up.
Wait up. Kelly, did you just say dizzy?
I don't know. Did I?
You bet you did, because you just reminded me that we haven't said anything about pitchers.
Hold on a minute here. Am I missing something? She says I get dizzy. She says pictures. And somehow we're supposed to understand what they're talking about.
Sorry, when Kelly said dizzy, she reminded me of Dizzy Dean. You know who he is, the Hall of Fame pitcher who...
I get it, Randy. We need to include something on pictures. Say, what about Cy Young? That guy really was great. In 21 years of Major League play, he won 508 games.
Yeah, I just saw an article about Cy Young. This is it. Oh, it's not about Cy Young. It says Vita Blue wins Cy Young Award. One of baseball's greatest left-handed stars has won the Cy Young Award as the American League's best pitcher. His 1971 season was also topped off by being voted the league's most valuable player.
It was a great year for Vita Blue. Let's write it up. What else do we have?
Here's a quote from the Yankee pitcher Lefty Gomez from the 30s. It says, after Jimmy Fox hit one of his lefty pitches into the upper levels of the Yankee Stadium, Lefty was questioned as how far Fox's homer had gone. Lefty, known for his quick wit, and said, I don't know how far it went, but it takes 45 minutes to walk up there.
Nikki, only you found that one.
Hey, what about Dizzy Dean? Are we going to do anything on him? It's okay with me, but I haven't seen anything about him yet.
Here we are. It's a book on Dizzy Dean. The introduction says that this powerful right-hander had 150 wins and only 83 losses. Yeah, and 1934 was a big year for Dizzy when his 30-7 record and 195 strikeout and him the National League's Most Valuable Player Award.
I found something on him that's pretty interesting. It says, Dizzy Dean, a member of the St. Louis Fame Gastown gang, has been known for a number of zany capers during one game. Dean made a $1 bet that he could strike Vince DiMaggio out 4 times. After 3 strikeouts, DiMaggio came to the plate for the 4th time, and something wild happened. Dean wound up for the first pitch and sent a blazing fastball over the plate for strike 1. DiMaggio stepped out of the batter's box, tapped his cleats, and adjusted his hat. Dean's eyes were now riveted on the catcher's glove as he began to wind up and blasted another blistering streak of lightning across the plate as DiMaggio swung, but no avail. The tension rose on Dean's face as he fiddled with his cap and adjusted the ball in his glove. He wound up and fired a fastball, then wham! DiMaggio sent a high-pop foul ball over the catcher's head. As the catcher positioned himself under the rapidly descending ball, Dean bolted from the mound yelling, "Drop it! Drop it!" The catcher, confused and surprised, allowed the ball to fall to the ground. Raising his hands in disbelief, he asked Dean what was going on. That very Dizzy Dean, playing to collect his $1 bet, returned to the mound and delivered a blistering fastball that took DiMaggio down for the count of 3. What a way to win a bet.
All
Jackson's gonna love our report. Randy, if it wasn't for you, this report would have never made the big leagues. You gave us the inside pitch and a lot of great advice. I'm sorry for mentioning you not make the school baseball team.
It's okay, Ted. I understand. Randy, count me out of the apology. I should have known better. You may not be a star on the ball field, but you sure turned to be out to be our most valuable player.
I wasn't mad. I knew where you were coming from. And besides, when I was little, my dad told me that all kids have something special to give.